You can do them together as long as you can manage your time around it. All of practices require some time. And in a way, it's actually good to have a diverse set of practices in today's time, especially with attention not so focused. It's good to diversify one's practice because when mind is used to different things, it wants a different sadhana and spiritual practices also. Because after a while, if you keep doing the same thing, mind gets used to it. And first of all, mind wants novelty, new things, new experiences, and that has its own thrill and triggers in the mind, and which is fine. That's the way mind is constructed. And to support that, diversifying the practice is good. We do that. In Siddha Tantra, we have the Mishraja, like a mixed things, where sometimes we do this, sometimes we do some other practice, and that keeps the mind engaged without it being monotonous or getting into an automated thing. Also, mind has this ability to automate things, like you. So if you were driving, you know that you could drive and talk, and it's all very natural to do that because mind has automated certain things, and what doesn't need to be consciously or in the active mind engaged in that activity. Similarly with sadhana practice also. So if you keep repeating the same thing, the mind may want to automatize it so that it doesn't need to actively engage in doing it. And when that happens, then the benefits are not as much as when you actively engage in a sadhana practice with full awareness. There are many reasons mind does that. Primarily is to save the energy expense. Brain is a machine. It spends energy to process information. Neurons have to be fired, triggered, and so on and so forth. That takes energy. And brain wants to optimize it so that it doesn't spend a lot of energy. So it always looks for patterns that it can create an optimized flow without needing to actively engage with too much energy. And that is one of the reasons why it wants to automatize things so that one doesn't need to be actively engaged. But it can be counterproductive for sadhana practice where one wants to be fully engaged in it. So diversifying the practices help in that as well. So two things. One is about giving brain novelty, new things, keeps the interest, and the other is about so that the brain doesn't get used to it. Similar with body also, like if you do the same exercise every day, for example, you jog 5 miles today, let's say. If you keep running 5 miles every day, then your body adapts over a period of time, and then you stop reaping benefits of jogging long distance for 5 miles. Then you need to jog longer to work your lungs more and to get a similar amount of benefits of training your body. So like that, diversifying practice helps in keeping the body and mind sort of in outside the comfort zone where you have to actively engage, do things deliberately for you to reap benefit, and all growth comes out of comfort when you get out of comfort zone. So that helps in that. So these are like positive things with diversifying practices. However, as you yourself said that when you diversify too much, you might not go deep in one. And that is the price one has to pay if one wants to diversify too much. Learning anything wide, like many different things, is one approach, and learning one thing to its deepest level is another thing. Both are valid approach, and in spiritual traditions, in all traditions, especially in Siddha tradition, we say Ek Sadhe, Sab Sadhe. When you accomplish one completely, you have accomplished all. So that is also another approach, where you take one thing and take it to its natural conclusion. Because no matter what path you take, you ultimately reach a truth. And that truth can be reached through many different ways. So you take a path and you just go fully on it, and then you reach the same destination in a way. So that is also another valid approach. But the problem with that is that one needs a lot of dedication, one needs surrender to the path and have faith in it, and that is something that comes either on its own or it doesn't come. One cannot force it and one cannot fake it. So what we do and what we always tell students is that go with the natural flow. At the same time, don't fool oneself. Do not fake it. Be honest with yourself and know where you are and work from there. It's all fine. Ultimately, there is only one Guru, Shiv. He is Guru of Gurus. All path leads to Shiv. So it doesn't matter what path you take or how many paths you take, at least at this stage. When you start doing, for example, if we were also teaching Sri Vidya to you and you were learning Sri Vidya from some other place, then there might have been a difference in approach based on time, place and circumstances of the guru, teacher and students, things like that. So there might be some conflict in ideas. As long as you can resolve the conflicting ideas in your head somehow, where you can give them all natural space in your mental worldview of sadhana practice, it would be fine. The moment you have conflict that, we say that, let's say, for example, we're not saying that, just for an example, let's say that we say for you to sleep on the right side of the bed, for example, and you're doing some other practice that says to sleep on the left side of the bed. Now what will you do then? Monkey balancing act doesn't work. You can't say that, now I'll sleep in the middle, which is like sleeping on the left and right both. So it doesn't work then. So as long as you don't have a situation which become mutually exclusive practice, it would be fine. And then let's see how it develops. Slowly nature also reveals what one resonates more. So as long as you are being in tune with yourself, understanding what is good for you and seeing what you resonate with, it will be fine. So focus on that, try to know yourself more, like what works for you and what you resonate with, and go with that. Like the self shows itself, like when you are on the right path, then there is this intuitive understanding of that as well. So if you get more in tune with your intuitive understanding, you will know from your own inside what is right for you. And that's what we are doing, empowering rather than trying to tell, go left, go right. What we do is to give you tools so that you can decide where you want to go. And that is the individual empowerment about it. It's about ultimately the freedom, freedom from everything, so that you can make decision, and true freedom comes with knowledge and wisdom and the right set of tools. So that's about that.